What's it going to be like trying to tackle a quarterback who's about as big as you are?
Oh, I love it. I love playing against bigger quarterbacks because they're bigger, they're easier to tackle, you know.
What a grab.
Yeah, the little one trying to sneak behind you, underneath you. So it's pretty hard.
This guy can run this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We respect his speed and his athleticism. So it's gonna be a great game.
We've talked to both Pat and Charlie Partridge about just what it's like facing mobile quarterbacks and how you guys have to be very disciplined but balance that, but still being aggressive. How do you view that as a challenge? Like, what are the things that you key in on to make sure that you're having that balance there when you attack a quarterback?
I mean, I completely agree with Pat and Coach P. In the ACC, most of the quarterbacks are mobile quarterbacks. You know, from Miami, VTAC, or whatever team you pick, they have a mobile quarterback. So you really have to read your keys and be disciplined. Like in the D-line room, we always talk about not losing contain. That's a major thing. So when you know that you're going to start going past the quarterback to retrace and to still keep contained and keep the quarterback in the pocket.
How about, is that difficult? Because, man, you're hyped up. It's Clemson. You want to make a play. You want to show what you can do. But to make sure that you stay your gap integrity?
Absolutely. It's hard. Like, you know, everybody plays with emotions, but we should never be to the point where emotions take over. You know, the technique always got to be the first thing. Emotion can push you, but your technique is what really drives you.
How is this offense in this running game for Clemson different without Travis Etienne in the backfield?
I mean, I think that Travis Etienne, as you said, and Trevor Lawrence were a huge part of their offense. Clearly, as we saw, as we knew, different players, great players, now they're in the league, so they're where they belong. And, you know, they had new players that stepped up, like, for example, DJ, the new quarterback. They are still playmakers, so I don't think that their offense changed that much, but I think you can feel the difference without the other two great players.
When they're running an RPO and a guy like Trevor who was in that offense for so long and he's making those decisions, is it different when you're watching it on film and DJ is making those decisions because he's a younger guy?
Yeah. Of course, the speed of the read of the RPOs might be a little different since DJ is probably not used to it. I mean, I wouldn't say he's not used to it, but he's younger. You know, he's still got to get his speed up. So surely there's a little bit of a difference, but I think he's a great player as well.
How many guys are on campus? There's a lot around this game. I'm sure you get asked from fellow students.
Yeah.
How do you control all that? And do you use any of it? How do you deal with the attention that this game is getting?
I mean, me personally, like I would say as a team, we surely use part of like this kind of I would say hype that there is around this game. Everybody's excited, everybody's ready to play. So it's surely going to be something that drives us. I hope to see everybody at Heinz Field this Saturday, pack the stadium up, and that's surely going to push us to have our best game of the season.
We've been hearing that you're stepping up in leadership roles from other players and other coaches. What are the things that you're doing like to take on those roles, or is that just something you're not thinking about and it's just like you're like, oh wait, I am a leader because you're caught up guard, you're just trying to do your job?
I mean, as an individual, surely I try to lead by example. I try always to do my stuff right, you know. And the main thing I would say is holding everybody accountable to a really high standard. So I would say that that's the major thing that I do to have this kind of like leader role in the team.
You got one on Saturday against Virginia Tech, but you've been getting close to a lot of other sacks. Has that been frustrating for you?
Yeah, that's really frustrating. As you said, against Georgia Tech, I would say that was one of the worst games in terms of sacks that I missed. I was really close to all of them, and I had to work on my tackling. Of course, that's clearly a problem on it, so I worked on my tackling the past few weeks, and I'm ready. It's not going to happen again.
What was it like to watch Collages hit back? Watch that back in the film room.
Man, I watch it live. Next to me, it's crazy. He makes these crazy plays. He's a great athlete. He's just so talented, and I love playing next to him and watching it on Sundays. It's just always fun, you know, watching the plays that he makes.
How have you guys? Oh, sorry.
I was just going. Where have you guys made the biggest improvement, do you think, along that D-line here over the last few weeks?
Well, as a D-line, I would say that we improved a lot on our technique. I our reads and on our communication, because we've been faced with a lot of challenges. Teams that know what we do, like, you know, we always play each other, and teams know our defenses. So we really improved our communication, and we play faster with great technique.
Part of that communication is, at least something that I see on tape, is like on a collage of Kansas Tech, he twists inside. It seems like something you guys are a lot sharper when you call those stunts and those twists off of each other. How has that grown week to week? Do you feel like that's gotten you guys have hit like the stride of being able to do those without giving up your gap integrity and confusing more offensive lines that way?
Yeah, I mean, at the level of twist, I would say that how would you say? I mean, surely the communication has improved, so all the twists have improved as well, and that has given us a big advantage against O linemen. But I wouldn't say that we twist as much as it looks. We just like we can't call plays. We try to read offenses as a D-line, so we try to call what they're going to do before they do that.
So you guys is that an on-the-field decision you guys are making when you see a certain alignment?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Will there be a group back home that will be able to watch this game? Will we get together? Like, what happens?
Oh yeah, 100%. My family and friends usually get together on Sundays, on Saturdays, and watch the game at my house.
That would 3:30 be 9:30?
Yeah, about 9:30. So it's a late game for me.
Is American football popular around?
I wouldn't say it's really popular. Soccer is really popular in Italy, but it's growing. Kids are falling in love with it, so it's growing slowly but surely.
People know who you are. I mean, when you go home, they say, "There's a guy who plays American football."
Some people know. Yeah, I ended up on the news a couple times. So
oh yeah,
that's pretty nice.
You set a special feature.
Yeah.
So what stopped you from playing soccer? You just wanted to hit people, or?
I did, but I don't know. In Italy, there's a lot of pressure on soccer. You know, you start becoming pro. It's not like football, because you don't play in school. You start becoming pro around 15, 16 years old. So if you're not at the highest level, just play with your friends, just to play. So I decided to switch to something different.
How many
football
people that you hung out with when you were younger, like high school age, were playing football, American football?
Not a lot.
You're like one of the few?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, especially I probably was the only one, like, for example, middle school that played it.
Oh, yeah. I know I asked you this before the season, but during a year like this where things have opened back up with the pandemic and you guys are doing well, where are the places that you go to get the kind of food that makes you feel like when you want to be reminded at home, like real Italian food? Is there something like that in Pittsburgh that get you that feeling?
Yeah, when I'm in home, sometimes I go downtown Market Square, a place called Pizzaiolo Brimo.
Okay.
It's a great place, pretty good pizza.